already on. Beautiful music, Larissa. Thank you. So nice to have you back playing piano with us today. We are going to sing a song this morning. Welcome, welcome. Come sit in the circle. Got some chairs right there all together for you. Hi. All right, the song we're singing this morning, I Am a Light. This is call and response. So I'll sing and you repeat. And we got words in the front and the back, depending on which way you're facing. So, all right. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. I'm living love every day. I'm living love. I'm living love every day. I'm living love every day. Spreading peace along the way. Right time, right place. Living love every day. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. I'm living love every day. I'm living love every day. I'm living love every day. Spreading peace along the way. Right time, right place. Living love every day. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. Good job, everybody. So happy to hear your singing voices. There you go. Give yourselves a hand. All right, we are going to sing another song together. It is in every one of us to be wise. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can
Good afternoon. Is that better? And welcome to Unity Fort Worth, where our vision is to be a vibrant community, powerfully transforming our world through personal and shared spiritual awakening. I'm Jessie, and I'm serving as your celebration host for today. And we're so glad you're here for the Light We Share, our cool summer experience for today. We spent these past several weeks exploring different ways of experiencing spirituality together. And today, we're turning our attention towards something that each of us carries, our own unique expression of the divine. Every one of us has been shaped by experiences, people, places, music, art, objects, and moments that have touched something deep within us. Sometimes those things tell a story about who we are or what we believe. And sometimes they simply remind us of something beautiful, meaningful, or sacred. Today, we get to share some of those things with one another. We have 10 people who have brought something meaningful to share with us. As you listen, you might notice that you recognize something of your own story in what someone else shares. Or perhaps discover a way of seeing something that you hadn't considered before. And after our scheduled sharing, if we have time, we'll open the floor for anyone else who would like to briefly share something. And there's no expectation that you have to share today. No pressure. You're welcome to simply be present, listen, and receive. So, let's begin by listening for the light in one another. And first up, we have Bev, who is sharing a chant that she wrote herself.
Here we go. Are we on? We're on. Okay, so sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed, or if I have a big decision I need to think about, I get real caught up in my monkey mind where just things swirl around and around and around, and you have anxiety and you don't know what to do, and it really helps to kind of ground myself with music. Music is my jam, so sometimes I'll write little chants or affirmations to remind myself about the bigger picture and help myself remember that I can deal with whatever it is that's giving me anxiety. And I just make up little tunes. Sometimes I think, oh, I've probably heard that somewhere, but it's okay. Music is like that sometimes. But I'll sing for you. I am my authentic self. I am my authentic self. I choose spiritual health. I am my authentic self. I feel connected to the earth. I feel connected to the earth. I am aware of what that's worth. I feel connected to the earth. I can do what's mine to do. I can do what's mine to do. I have the will to see it through. I can do what's mine to do. I believe love is the way. I believe love is the way. In everything I do and say, I believe love is the way. I am generous and kind. I am generous and kind. I am empowered, heart and mind. I am generous and kind.
am open to receive. I am open to receive. What I need will come to me. I am open to receive. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. It resides inside of me. I have everything I need.
Thank you, Bev. That was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. And next we have Patrick. And Patrick is sharing his spiritual access medallion. Take it away, Patrick.
Do I pass it around?
You can if you'd
Yeah.
like to.
Thank you. Look at it.
To you.
You take it off? Yeah. I have a symbol. Beth made it for me. Kind of my spiritual symbol. And I got notes is what it means. So it's like a black hole, but shaped like a top that's spinning. Because I have a top, and one of the things I say is I try to get the heaviest top. I should have brought that. And the strongest base, and practice and try to make it spin as long as possible. But nothing lasts forever. And so that top represents change and dreams collapsing, impermanence, and time is not linear, nothing lasts forever. And present time is the undertone, and the only agency I have is the hand that spins the top. And we got tattoos. I got a tattoo of it. Right there. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. That was really interesting. It'll make its way back to you. Nobody keep that. That's Patrick. A spiral. That's cool. Okay. And next we have Beth. It says you're next. Sharing a book?
I didn't bring it.
Would you like to share anything else? You don't have to. Again, this is a no pressure zone. You want to think about it and we'll see at the end, or?
Well, okay.
See, she does want to share.
Okay, so the reason he
You
made
can
that,
put the mic up for yourself. There you go.
the reason I made that for him is because I wear the spiral, okay? And so the spiral represents the journey to the center of oneself, and that's been my spiritual sigil, like basically since I was a young adult. And he was so jealous that I had something. He was like, I need you to design one. And so that's why we came up with that. The end.
Thank you, Beth, for doing that. The spur of the moment. And next we have Cynthia, who will be sharing a poem.
I am sharing a poem, The Hill We Climb. Testing, all right. I'm sharing a poem, The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman. It's abbreviated to fit into our time frame. It's a powerful poem about moving forth from a time of turmoil, with hopes for change and unity. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just isn't always justice. And yet, the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we will forever be tied together victorious, not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division. Victory won't lie in the blade, but in all the bridges we've made. That is the promise to glade, the hill we climb if only we dare. It's because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We've seen a force that would shatter our nation rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. This effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith, we trust, for while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. This is the era, just redemption. We feared it at its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it, we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be a country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens. But one thing is certain, if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than one we were left with. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover in every known nook of our nation, in every corner called our country, our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the hole aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Cynthia. And next, we have Joy. It's Joy's turn to share some objects that are special to her.
Hi, my name is Joy. I'm very nervous. Like this? Okay. Like that? Okay. All right. I'm used to speaking in front of my class. And y'all aren't little, so. I got a couple, I know. She's not that little. Hi, how are you? Thank you. I brought two things. I went to private school. I'm going to pass that around. I'll pass both. I went to private school when I was in kindergarten. And my teacher, Miss Sawyer, made us all lambs, and she made a bulletin board, and she put us in the pasture. And I loved it. I thought, how cute, we're getting closer to God, and I remember that. And it meant a lot to me. And she's one of the reasons I'm a teacher today, and I'm passing it around. I actually found that in an antique store, and I thought, how perfect. I actually keep them in my car. There's a little shelf before the radio. And so it just kind of reminds me and takes me back and gives me purpose and kind of focuses me on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I also have, you've probably seen it everywhere, I have a baby Jesus. Everybody has them now. You could find them anywhere, even at gas stations. I found mine at the convention center in Cleburne. We live in Cleburne. And I had turned around as we were exiting, and someone had it up on a shelf, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, how cool. And I also keep that in the car. They're right next to each other. And yeah, I call him Baby Jesus. And no, Mom, I do not worship him. He's not an idol. I had that conversation this morning. What are you bringing? Like, no, Mother. But I talked to him on the way home, and he kind of keeps me grounded as well. And I feel like he keeps me safe while I'm driving. So that's very helpful to me. And both are coming around. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy, for sharing those. And again, they go back to Joy at the end. Oh, I need my glasses. I'm like, why is everything blurry? And next we have Kathy. I don't know what you're sharing, but you're up here, so come share.
In her show and tell, so y'all got a picture of my dog. Now you have to understand that I've had dogs my entire life, and to me, God speaks through my animals. God speaks through nature. God speaks to me with her little eyes. I mean, she's 14 years old now. I've had her since she was a baby. Let me pass this picture around. It's kind of like showing off baby pictures, you want to show them off. And Tinky is her name. She's a long-haired Chihuahua. I asked Joy, I said, do you think it'd be okay if I brought my dog? It probably would have been okay. But I just brought the picture instead. Now, we have a couple other dogs at the house. We have a Lhasa Apso, we have another Chihuahua, and we have a Lab. So, I mean, dogs are like my kids, and they're very, very special to me. I keep her in my prayers. She helps me when I get too stressed out. She's like an emotional dog without the official title of emotional dog. And yeah, I'm just going to really miss her, but I know she'll go to Rainbow Bridge one of these days, and she will be happy there and waiting on me. So, that's my little short show and tell, and hopefully you think she's cute.
She's very cute. Thank you for sharing that. How many people have fur babies? Wow, fur babies. Well, you have a lot of, I know you do. Yes, and they are very special to us. So thank you for sharing that, and at the last minute. Okay. And next we have Brandy. And Brandy has a collection of items to tell us about. Take it away, Brandy. I'm intrigued. There's a coconut.
Okay, so first I have this rock. Well, the girls and I used to paint rocks a lot. In Arlington, there's a huge rock painting and hiding and finding community, and we did that for years and years and years. And so we're always looking out for very smooth rocks so that you can paint on them easily. And I came across this rock, and I'm like, oh my God, it's perfect for a little rainbow. It's already shaped as a little rainbow. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna paint a little rainbow on here. And then I thought, no, I'm not gonna paint a rainbow on here. I'm gonna keep it like it is because I found I love rubbing it. And it feels magical and it feels like it has good energy. And I keep it on my desk. And every time I rub it, I feel more connected to the earth. And so I can pass this around and you can all rub it and get some good magical energy and put your own magical energy onto it. Okay, next I have this coconut. And so way back in 2020, remember those years? Well, in January, I started a book study group here at Unity for the Course in Miracles. It was ran by Lizette, and we were going for, a couple months till it got shut down in March. But right before that, she was letting us know about this meditation retreat called Ascension Meditation, where you rise above. And during that little weekend retreat, they asked you to bring some kind of offering, like a piece of fruit or anything really you wanted. So I go to the store the night before, and I'm like, what can I get? And this coconut was calling me, and it said, this is what you should bring. And so got the coconut and brought that, and the leaders of the meditation were like oohing and awing. They loved the coconut. It was a good choice. And we got to bring them home with us when we were done. And I keep this on my desk next to my rock. And it always reminds me of what I learned at that retreat, and I learned a lot. It was really great right before COVID. So helpful. And so this is just a little reminder of that experience. Okay, you may have heard about the Buddhist monks right here in Fort Worth did the Walk for Peace, where they went across the United States and came back. Very inspiring. Well, ever since I learned about them, I've been to their temple right here in Fort Worth. We're so lucky to be right here with the Buddhist monks. They have a beautiful, gorgeous temple. It's just, it's breathtaking. And I've been there several times for different events and things they've had. And I think the second time we came back we went on their homecoming. That was the first time. And then I went to, it was like the Chinese New Year. And then there was another moment. I'm forgetting the name of that one. But the second time they had a little gift shop thing, and I got this little statue, and at first I had it in the sunroom, but I'm really not in the sunroom very much. So I was like, I'm gonna take this out of the sunroom. Well, because it was out there and I'm going down a dark hallway, I discovered that this glows in the dark. And that sunroom really energized it. And so now it's in my bedroom, and it glows at night. And I see it every night. I see it there right in front of me. I have it right in front. And I see this, and it just reminds me of all the Buddhist teachings and everything we learn. And I just love having it in my bedroom there. So that's what this is. So all very special objects that remind me, little cues that remind me throughout the day. So that's all.
Thank you, Brandy. It's so interesting, isn't it? What everybody's bringing and talking about and sharing. Just love it. And next we have Sue. And Sue is going to share her another medallion and a prayer.
Okay, so when I moved into my current house, the lady that used to live there was Catholic, very Catholic, very, very Catholic. So she moved into a nursing home. She had a stroke. And so I kept getting all of her mail. And one of the things that I received, is this medallion. It's called a miraculous medal. And I viewed it as a welcoming gift, from the Catholics. And so I have kind of tossed it here and there, and I keep it now in my car. It has survived 2 wrecks without me being injured. And so I know it's a miraculous medal. And the house previously to her selling it had a fire. And I know she had one of these because her cat passed away. And I see the cat. I really see the cat every now and then, the shadow of a cat. And it obviously welcomed a bunch of new cats for me. I've got 10 now. So it is a miraculous little medallion. Okay, so enough of that. And this is another thing that it's a Apache blessing that I received in the mail. And so I just want to read it to you. It says, "May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. And may you walk gently through the world and know its beauty all the days of your life." Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. So now you know when you get those envelopes in the mail and you're like, oh, toss. Maybe open them up. You never know. There might be something miraculous in there. Okay, next we have Paul. And Paul's going to share an essay that has inspired his journey and his music.
My essay is entitled Kashmir Shaivism, the Story of Shiva and Shakti. Now, male and female counterparts are interchangeable throughout this whole essay, just so you know. Now, I'm a fan of various Eastern traditions that align with unity and new thought, such as Buddhism, Sufism, Taoism, various yoga systems. Today, I wish to talk about Shaivism specifically, which is a rather mystical and young tradition that became fully developed over 1,000 years ago and has its roots in Vedanta, which is many thousands of years old. Shaivism integrates many schools of thought, some ancient, some unique to Shaivism. Its closest cousins are probably Hinduism and Buddhism, but where those systems understand that everything is Maya or illusion, which should be overcome or disattached from, and that ego should be crushed in order or dissolved in order to rise above our circumstances in life. Shaivism believes that Maya is just another aspect of consciousness, and that all things, everything we see, however objective, is imbued with consciousness. And our job is to learn how to navigate the mystical geography of awareness. And I have to mull that around all the time, to be able to learn how to navigate the mystical geography of awareness. This means we need to raise our awareness through knowledge, meditation, as well as many other practices, to the point that we see God consciousness in every moment, and every breath and everything, both objective and subjective. And that ego, intellect, and mind need to align with the universal mind. Now, as individual limited beings, we cannot do this alone. We must have grace from God, whether that comes from a proven master or from within our own selves. Shaivism says God can literally do anything and that we can grace our own selves. I also believe that given the right community, that we can be each other's guru. So why is it that as limited individuals, we might feel disconnected from that ultimate reality of God consciousness? And is it possible to accurately describe God and what he, she can do, given that God has an infinite number of names? Shaivism says that God has ultimate free will, which in Sanskrit is called Svatantraya. And the 5 great acts of God aren't just creation, preservation, and dissolution, but also concealing and revealing. When God is overflowing with bliss, his consciousness and light has an urge to play. So God creates a playground, the universe. He creates this screen of consciousness, kind of like a movie screen, in order to perform his play. So he conceals his real nature and limits himself so he sees everything in the universe as different from himself in order to play with things and be anything, in order to see the glory of the universe. Although he is never really away from his true nature, he is hidden from it. It's all about appearances. So during the course of life, neither accept nor reject your experiences in life. So this is the story of Shiva and Shakti. Again, male and female counterparts are interchangeable. Shiva creates Shakti and gives all of his power to her so he can play in a limited form. And when he tires from the play, then Shakti, as a mirror of consciousness, is there to awaken him so he can once again realize his true nature as they merge into oneness again. Such is the play of consciousness. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. That was very interesting. Interesting, all the different ways you can think about consciousness. And now it's my turn. Here's my object. Here's my object. It's not an object. He's my turtle dragon. So, is anyone familiar with the concept of feng shui? Okay. So feng shui is the ancient Chinese art of harmony, creating harmony and balance in your home, having the energy flow, the chi flow, and it's also about different properties in your home that you can enhance. So I've had my turtle dragon for, a long time now. And in my house, he sits in my foyer, and he faces the front door. And he also has a little baby turtle on top. And he has a coin in his mouth, and he's on top of a bunch of gold coins. Do you want me to pass him around? He's kind of heavy. Don't lose the coin, please. The coin's important. What did I say? You can take the coin out and just put it down. So it represents many things, and I believe that there's infinite abundance. That's my belief. That's a unity belief. That we are born to be abundant. We're not born to be in lack. We're not born to be in fear. We're born to be abundant. And a lot of these things with feng shui, they're about your intention. So they're symbolic. And so this is symbolic of a lot of abundance coming into my home. It's also a protective feature, so it's supposed to take care of negative energy. So it's a good thing to have in your foyer. But I'm just going to read a little bit about it. I'm not keeping track of time, so tell me if it's too much. I'm good still? Okay. I have a few minutes. I'm the timekeeper as well, but I can't take time. I can't do time and read. So the dragon turtle is first mentioned in an ancient Chinese book called the Shan Hai Jing, the Book of Mountains and Seas. And the dragon turtle served as a guardian of a mystical island and was said to be covered with dragons. The book also detailed that only sages, immortals, or chancellors, who are civic people, could ride on the back of a dragon turtle. Later on, the dragon turtle fell out of favor with Chinese feng shui practitioners for a simple reason, because it's very hard to ride on a dragon's back. And while this may sound silly, people were very superstitious during that period. And although the idea of riding on a tortoise dragon was considered too perilous and too risky, they don't want to cast aside such a powerful creature as the dragon turtle. So here's the core symbolisms: wealth and prosperity, which I already talked about, warding off negative energy, guardian of your home, so it guards your home. It's a celestial creature. Always good to have a celestial creature gardening your home. And health and longevity, and career and noble support. The other thing is, mine has they don't all have the baby turtles. The baby turtle represents family, your legacy, keeping that healthy and strong. So, so that's my dragon turtle. So thank you. And I believe we have 5 minutes left. So, would anybody else like to share? Okay, go ahead, Paul. Yes, you can come back, we'll let you.
So I wrote a song that corresponds with that essay called "You Don't Know What You Don't Know." So you'll find that song coming out sometime here in the future. Yeah. On the webpage? Okay, cool.
Mark, you want to share? Please, come up.
This morning, probably about less than an hour before I left the house, I pulled up the Unity website up because I got a new debit card and I've got it reestablished because crooks, anyway. I saw the theme and I'd completely forgotten. Panic. So what am I gonna do? And finally, first thing I thought of was like, yeah, that's gonna be enough. That's gonna be fine. This is my great-grandmother's Bible marker. This is my maternal grandmother's mother, so mother's mother's mother. I've had that most of my adult life now, I'm really proud of it. But I got thinking about, back then, when my great-grandmother was using that in her Bible and what they had, what they did not have. We're talking about a small community between Abilene and Lubbock, which is close to where I grew up, just lots of small farming communities. And they obviously had the Bible, but like with lots of people in the church I grew up in, they had blinders, but that's all they had. They didn't understand so much of the world that we now know. And I kind of realized that the first time I came home from college and dared tell my father and mother what they were teaching us in geology class. He was like, what? No. Well, so I was like, okay. So I realized, okay, I'm going to have to decide. Anyway, it wasn't too tough. That's all they had. Which each generation, what they have, do the best with what they've got. I didn't prepare for this, so I'm just bouncing from one point to the next. Pardon me. But there's a song lyric that I think sums it up to what I felt like then. Any Pink Floyd fans in the crowd? Off the Wall album, there's a lyric that goes, I got amazing powers of observation. And we do. Got so much more. And what was it, early 1990, when did we get the Hubble telescope? And it was just amazing what the Hubble was showing us, And now we've got the James Webb. It's going to be, if not already, it's looking at the very first light. Mind blown. So, after I thought, okay, that's what I'm going to do today. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for doing that at the last minute, too. You did a very good job. Very good. We have 1 minute and 33 seconds. Anybody else like to share? Yvette? I don't know, Dee's pointing at you. No, no. Oh, sure, please. Nona, come up.
Have you heard of Eckankar? Anybody? Okay. We went to a wedding in California, and the minister was from Eckankar, and she was so good, and it was so many wonderful. I've never heard of such a wonderful wedding, and so we asked her about Eckankar, and of course then she sent us information, and we got very interested in it. And we ended up joining Eckankar, and we got these books in the mail, and we study it every month with a teacher, and we're now into our 5th year. And it's fantastic. And of course, we still belong to Unity, and we always will, but this gives you a little different idea. And so it believes in light and sound. And when you put those together, just wonderful things happen. And I've really, really enjoyed it. And if you ever are exposed to it, it's something just fantastic. So it's called Eckankar.
Nona, how do you spell it? You're going to have to write that down, I think, for some people. Yeah, I'd be interested in learning more about that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. It sounds very interesting. Oh, perfect. Great job, everyone. You know, it's not easy to come up here and in front of people, so kudos to all. Okay, so, I already did this part, so we will move on. So let's take a moment to simply be with everything we've heard. We've heard different stories, we've seen different expressions, and experienced something of the unique ways that each person brings their light into the world. And that's really what this experience has been about. Not just sharing something meaningful, but discovering what happens when we allow our individual expressions to become a part of our shared experience. And now we're going to take a few moments for reflection. Under your chairs, you have a feedback form on a clipboard, and we would truly value hearing from you. What did you notice? What surprised you? When did you feel most connected? Your thoughts help us continue creating meaningful experiences together. And we're going to hold a few minutes of uninterrupted quiet so everyone has space to reflect. if you haven't quite finished your reflection form, that's perfectly okay. You're welcome to complete it after the service and place it in the basket at the door on your way out. For now, we invite you to set those aside, and please bring your attention back to our time together. What? I'm gonna talk about it. Oh, we have to vote on it now? Oh. No, I was gonna talk about it. I'm confused. Oh, I'm sorry. There's something else. So our next series is going to be a book study. So on the back of your form, I'm finally getting it. I'm finally understanding what Lane was trying to tell me. No, that's okay. So if you turn your forms over, please turn your forms over. Okay. So we're going to have a book study, and it says, write 1 next to your first choice, 2 next to your second choice, and 3 next to your third choice. And your input will help us choose a book that sparks curiosity, meaningful conversation, and spiritual growth for our community. So there's the 3 books with a description. So, you can also do that at the end or now. Do it now? Do it now. Lane says do it now. So please read them, and I know there's no pressure, but just do it now. Okay. Oops, glasses again. So again, you can finish that at the end if you haven't had a chance to read them all. And we do really much appreciate your input, because that's what our next series is going to be. So we really do need your input. So a few announcements. First, if you're curious to learn more about Unity, our Getting to Know Unity class is happening today, starting at 2:30 right here in the sanctuary, led by the lovely Lane. Whether you're considering membership or simply curious about our history, teachings, and spiritual approach, you're invited to join us. Our Cool Summer series continues next week with Remembering Wholeness, a Sunday introduction to the Sacred Healing Circle. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that because let me start at the beginning. So for those of you who are not familiar, the Sacred Healing Circle is a combination of Reiki, sound healing, and some meditation. We've been doing this now for at least 6 months. We do it the 3rd Saturday of every month, and we thought it would be nice to bring it to a Sunday, have it as part of a Sunday event so that other people who haven't experienced it would be able to experience it. So what it is, so first of all, I'm the Reiki practitioner, and Yvette, please raise your hand, Yvette, is the beautiful sound healing practitioner. And for those who are not familiar, Reiki is a form of energy healing. And as a Reiki practitioner, what I do is I channel what's called life force energy. Comes in through my crown chakra, out through my hands, also my eyes, and I beam it to everybody who's there. At the same time, Yvette is playing her beautiful bowls and her other sound instruments. And for the people who've come, it's a very peaceful, spiritual, what else should we say about it? It's a wonderful experience for us, for everybody. For me, not just for, it's a wonderful experience for everybody. What the feedback we've gotten. And we really do enjoy it. So it's going to be a little different. What we're going to do is we're going to have this set up. Yvette's going to be here with her sound bowls. And So you are welcome. Usually, some people lay on the floor. You do not have to lay on the floor. It is not required. You can sit in the chairs. You get the same experience. So if you prefer to sit in the chairs, there'll be chairs set up. For those of you who would like to lay on the floor, that's okay too. We do have some limited space here, so we'll have to see how that goes. But if you would like to, we'd like you to bring a yoga mat, and if you have it, a bolster for your knees, a pillow for your head, and maybe just a light throw or a blanket, because it can get cold when you're laying still. And for those who are sitting in chairs, just bring what you feel comfortable with. You can put your legs up if you'd like. We can set that up. So it's important that you get here early to set up, because this is a different kind of experience. So what time are we suggesting people get here? 12:45 at the latest. I would say 12:30, okay? Because it can take a while if you're, to set yourself up. And we really want to start at 1 o'clock, because this is a sacred space, and we're setting the energy. So we really do not want people coming in late, okay? If you do, please be very, very quiet. So that's what's happening next Sunday. Okay? Thank you, Lane. We're excited about it. Yes, Yvette? We're excited. Yes. I caught her off guard there. Yes, we love doing it, really. It's such a special, sacred time for us. So our service project this month is supporting the Wellman Project, an organization that provides free resources to teachers, school staff, PTA and PTO groups, and other nonprofits. Throughout the month, we invite you to bring usable school, office, art, and party supplies. Even open packages and gently used materials are welcome if they're still in good condition. Whether you've been looking for a reason to clean out a drawer or a supply closet, or you shop back to school sales, this is a wonderful time to help local classrooms as the new school year begins. And because giving is a part of how we put our spiritual principles into action, Unity Fort Worth will also donate 5% of our August contributions to the Wellman Project. You can find all the details about how to participate on our website. We also have in the lobby, in the foyer, there you'll see there's a bucket and information about it. So you can place your supplies in there. And now we have an opportunity to support the ongoing work of Unity Fort Worth through our love offering. Giving is one of the ways we express our gratitude and participate in the life of this community. You can visit the table at the back of the sanctuary on your way out to explore the different ways to give. As always, give in whatever way feels right for you. You're welcome to hold your gift or simply place a hand over your heart as we bless it. Together, with a grateful heart, I give freely and receive abundantly. Ooh, the computer did something funky. Sorry. Well, thank you all for being part of the light we share today. Thank you to everyone who was willing to bring a little piece of themselves into this space and share it with us. And thank you to everyone who listened, witnessed, encouraged, and helped make this a shared experience. We each carry a unique expression of the divine. And when we allow that light to be seen, it illuminates the lives of others. May you leave today a little more aware of the light you carry and a little more willing to let it shine. We invite you to continue shining your light during fellowship in the lobby. Stay a while, introduce yourself to someone new, and continue building the connections that make this community so special. And thank you for being a part of this community and the unique light you bring to it. Now please rise to sing our peace song, followed by the prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God washes over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and I am.